Okay, sneaky run 3. Very late in the day. Gotta make it work. The wind is held, so it should be okay. We got half an hour of light to do a half-hour run once I get out to the takeoff spot. So see how we go. Just try to be efficient. Cut a nice line. 12/1 front foil. Dylan's chopped down 45 skinny down to 265 millimeters. Silly short plus, bass plus, 75 bass. 17 Northwood if I didn't say. Got my PPC paddle, medium blade, carbon, adjustable. My Zhik wetsuit, been out all day now. I haven't got anything on underneath it, it's only a 3/2. It's winter here in New Zealand. Man, pretty good. Like this time of night I'm just feeling it after being in it all day. But I could have easily put on a fleece undershirt in between these runs. But it's warm enough to not worry about it, so excellent investment. Zhik sailing brand. Got this from NZ Sailing in Silverdale. Really quite, I don't like using the word game changer, but honestly having the right wetsuit that's got a slot so you can go for a wee. You know, I don't have a stinky ass wetsuit anymore. And what else I was going to say about it? This wind-proof overtop is just probably where a lot of the warmth is coming. Like simply getting a windproof something over your wetsuit's going to stop the wind chill. So yeah, I'm stuck. But yeah. Anyway, be good everybody. Woo! Early takeoff. Let's cut a bit. Want to get some distance done when it's light. A bit early. That's good. Right, high, keep the speed. 16 knots out to sea, maybe 15, 14. Tide's dropping. I guess you can call it wind against tide, but doesn't mean much on the north side of the peninsula. What you do notice though is the reefs are more exposed in low tide. The energy gets somewhat blocked on the inside. I'll try to work my way out, which I'm trying to do. Coming out to Fisherman's Zhik. Fisherman's there. Once I get past Tyndall's Reef, I'll be able to slide a bit more cruise. I mean, maybe I can do it now. Just try to bank the cutting. I saw a glimpse of him. Tyndall's Reef. I can see all the reefs now, they're exposed to low tide. You can relax, go off the flow a bit more, go downwind, pump less, try and get some technique. Well, speed pumps just to match the pace, gotta try and accelerate somehow. Touching down when I see it in the videos looks to remove like 2 to 3 kilometers an hour, not the end of the world, but that's some of your top speed and you just kind of got to regain it. You can use it with doing technique, like finding a nice high point and then riding the foil high, but probably more efficient and more of a sure thing if you just give yourself a couple of maintenance pumps down the line to build that speed. I know there's a big thing about like not doing pedaling to the point where some people strap their pedals to their back just to show that they're not going to pedal. It seems a bit silly to me. And then next on the list was don't pump. So people were doing the no pump ride, which is fine, but that's just a game within a game. And if that's how you want to play it, that's cool. But definitely not the most efficient way, and not very realistic unless you're in prime, probably bay run conditions, or just stacked. So, you know, if you're an up and coming downwinder and you're still learning and putting time in, forget about putting your paddle away. You know, you might end up coming down, losing energy that you could really use. Maybe you could have done another whole run and you've blown it because you were trying to be like Dave Kalama. Or whoever else. Play your own game. That's a nice little run downwind. Just releasing my inner Kalama, trying to keep my speed high. Steep. Mine's getting a bit tough to read the bump. Parallel Tyndall's Reef, I went inside those rocks earlier. There wouldn't be enough water, I don't think, to do it now. I did my track. And when I looked at the track, it shows the outside of the reef. It's a real pain in the ass. So obviously the GPS on the track is slightly off by 50 meters or so. Oh well, maybe I'll try again. Go super close to land. To see how light this is on the camera. It's pretty grey here. soft pumps, quick maintenance pumps just to build speed. Try and get that tight and then drop in. Looks like I missed this bump. Rolling is out. Feels pretty quick. Quite glidey. Classy. How dark it's getting, just pump over. Last run of the day, so you can empty the tank a touch. I think there is wind tomorrow, so can't forget about that. But I'll be better off getting home and warm than save energy and pedal in after dark. You know, this run takes 30 minutes, 25 minutes if you're on foil. If you're not on foil, it will take hours. So remember that. You know, when you're planning your runs, you don't always get on foil, especially when you're learning. Or maybe you do at the start, you commit, and then you realise halfway through it wasn't quite what you thought. You're no longer going to get on foil. Has that happened? That's why I pedalled in after dark twice. So you've got to really understand the situation, the distances, what's worst case scenario. For my one, I went straight from Army to Orewa. Maybe I've told this story, but I got started, had an amazing run, and then came off halfway. And because I was doing so well, I just cut a straight line across the bay, so like 5 kilometers out to sea. And then just could not get back on foil. And I had to just decide not to waste any more time or energy trying to get on foil, and committed to pedaling, and paddled from the middle of the bay in front of Orewa to Stanmore North. Came in, dark, girlfriend was there, she was alright, I think she was tracking me. But it happened, and that was all because it was so easy at the start, and it became not so easy later on. And I didn't know any better. Now I know, now I'm sharing it with you. Here we go. Hope Shane's doing alright. We're just talking today about how he's downsizing his foil, doesn't see a need for a big foil. We also said that I've had my lessons, he hasn't had his yet. But today's not that day for him. Fall like a leaf. Don't be like a surfer and dive off your board. If you can, just fall flat. Or even better, just glide to a halt and sit down. Do it gracefully. But fall flat, and then you've no risk of hitting reef or whatever's below the surface. Anyway, great run. Stoked to be in. Went as well as it could. Hopefully Shane's doing alright. I can't see him just yet, but it's quite dark. But yeah, be safe. Don't do anything like this at this time of day if you're learning. And even if you've done, 20 good runs, just be aware that things can go wrong, like that story. Look after yourselves. The ocean's no joke. It's a playground when everything's going well. But when things turn against you, it can be your worst nightmare. So make sure you treat the ocean with respect. I've got a PLB on me, PFD, I've got some PPC, reef on the foot. I've got my phone, been hydrating all day, so I put myself in the best position I can to make it home to my loved ones. I appreciate it if you do too. Be good.